So day 4 of accepting everything on DoorDash is over. I got through it. I accepted everything, and yeah, I don't know if I just barely made it. Oh my gosh, I was exhausted, freaking stressful by the end of it. I did make a video on the last orders that happened last night, which you can check out if you go ahead and check out my channel and look for that video on the Bandit Taco Bell or whatnot. I might actually include a link to it in the description. It might be in the playlist because I do have a DoorDash Accepting Everything playlist. But we're going to go ahead and go over my day. I am doing it in here because it's too noisy outside. Last time I went out into my car, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it from my own computer and studio type of thing here. Anyway, so this was the first order, which was down to Quiznos. Pretty sure this was the first one. I might have missed one. I'm not exactly sure, but I think this was the first one I got, which was $5, 4.9 miles. And I went ahead and did it. And this one was weird. Like, I almost wanted to make a video strictly on this. I've never had a restaurant call me and be like, "Why? When are you gonna be here? Why aren't you here yet?" Like, seriously, I'm just like, I just got the order. It's only, like I got a few miles to get there, but I'll be there shortly. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, the pickup time was 1:08, and it must have been 1:38. Yeah, so it was like a half hour late. And I'm like, I don't know. He probably tipped zero, and it's busy, so no, and there's not a lot of drivers, or at least not enough drivers to cover. So everybody probably declined it because it started at $2 and continued up until it finally hit $5, which is where I got it. At least I made an extra $3. And then when I delivered the order, I got an extra $3 on top of it, making it $8. So it was actually pretty worth it on this one. That was a good cash tip. Not a great one, but pretty good. I'm happy about that order. And yeah, he was pretty nice and whatnot. And it went fine. But yeah, it was a 0 tip, $5 base pay, and for my first 55 minutes online, I made a total of $5. Was not seeing anything in the Rochester Grand Mound area. Anyways, so my next order, is that my next order? No. I think we got the times. Yeah, we got this all mixed up. So, what time was this at? No, it was because I got started late yesterday. Okay, so the next order I got was to go to Safeway, $15.37, 3.8 miles, and it was 15 items, which this order wasn't too bad. It was actually a pretty decent order, which got through it just fine, and it took me a total of, oh yeah, it was $9 base pay, customer tip 37, and my overall online time was an hour and 31 minutes, so a good 35 minutes or so for that order. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. Oh yeah, so I went to Wendy's and I got some food because I was hungry, but I thought this was pretty decent. I got free Frosty from my points. I got a free fry from my purchasing this hamburger for $2. So I got all this for $2, and yeah, it was pretty decent. I wouldn't say it was amazing, but it was pretty good. I like Wendy's because they have really good deals, and their food's always pretty good too. I wouldn't say it's great since it's fast food, but it's pretty good. All right, let's go on. Oh, and I also paid. Well, I tried to pay for the extra caramel, which is normally 50 cents to get a side of caramel, but they just gave it to me. They're always awesome there. Well, sometimes the managers are like, "You have to pay for this," but yeah, I had my dollar ready, and I'm like, I want to pay for the caramel sauce, and she's like, "You could just have it," and I was like, "Awesome!" So she put caramel sauce on, and she gave me a side of caramel sauce, which she was really a nice employee. Anyways, so we got grocery outlet. It is, oh yeah, I want to put this back up here. It was $12, 9.8 miles, and 15 items. I did not want to do this order. Oh my gosh. And it did take a while too, which I figured, because there's even just a small order with not that many items on it can take a very long time. It can be very complicated, but I got through it, and it was $12. There was a bunch of ice on it, like 5 bags of ice, but I was really good with the order. I made sure to put all the food in the back seat, and I also turned on my air conditioning, and I put all the ice in cold bags. And when I got there, the customer was an older lady. She opened the door, and I was like, "Do you need any help with this?" So I made sure to pick up all the ice and hand her the ice. Same with all the bags of items and whatnot, and handed it to her, and then she put it on the thing by her door, and she was really grateful that I did that, even though it was a leave at the door. But sometimes they come to the door and you still want to give good customer service because sometimes it pays off. I didn't ask for a tip or anything. I just tried to be as nice to her as I could, even though I felt it was a terrible order. Still, I wanted to make sure to take care of her, and this time, it was a $10 or $2 tip, so it wasn't much at all on the tip there, and I got $10 base pay, but right there, I got an $8 extra tip, so making that $20, which is 100% worth it on that one, which I was super grateful for that. Anyway, so the next order we got, I got 4.4 miles, $9.50, 18 total items. Not a great order, but luckily I could shop pretty quickly and technically make it worth it. Plus, I was hoping to get a double or a triple, but even though it was super busy, I really wasn't seeing any extra orders added on like throughout the day at all. But we got through it, and so I don't even know how long it took because they only show the total online time. I wish they showed the actual time that it took. I guess I could go like this: 4:33, and I started the order at 3:58. So 3:58. So yeah, it was about 35 minutes total to make $9, which isn't great, but it's not completely bad. So in an hour and a half, I made $29.50. I think that's about what we made. Let's keep going on. I want to get this done quicker. Okay, so the next one was the next one was another Safeway order, $5.25 tip with $10.50 base pay, and this one was pretty good. I don't remember how many items were on it though, because I forgot to screenshot that part of it. The next one I did not want to do. It was $13.57 for 9.5 miles, but it only had 6 items on it. So I was like, I'm accepting everything. So we went ahead and did the order, got through it, didn't get any extra tips or anything, but it's kind of worth it because it was decently quick. But I saw all these other orders that I probably should have taken. Like this one was pretty decent, 6.5 miles, 17 items for $21. But I didn't want to drop my DoorDash when I would just make, like an extra $7 or $8. It would have been quicker though, technically, but still, I was like, no, let's not drop that. Same with the other ones. It was like no shoppers on at all at that time, and I was really hoping that they would go up to where I really wanted to take them, but it didn't happen. Eventually, I got an order going down to Chehalis, and see we got 18.3 miles for $30. Isn't bad. I wouldn't say it's great, but still, that one was worth doing also. But yeah, I got down to Chehalis, finally made it there, or maybe I was back to Centralia, I'm not sure, but there was a pretty good order that came up. It was like $40 for 11 miles, but I was still doing my DoorDash. I didn't want the customer to wait forever by accepting it early. I might have made it to the store on time before it got canceled, but I'm like, I don't want to, stress about I don't want to stress about my ratings for taking forever, and I don't want to make the customer wait longer. And also, it's not that much more pay than what I would make from other orders. If it was like $100 though, I would have chanced it. Anyways, we got $59 so far, almost 3 hours, and the last one was Dollar General, 6.75 tip, and the base pay was only $7 for going that far. That really annoyed me that the base pay was that low. And then they did kind of reward me here in some ways. It was 15.3 miles, and it was a catering order. We had a big Burgerville order and a Royal Sushi order that was decent size. It wasn't as big as the Burgerville order, but it went down. And this got me to Chehalis, and then I was like, I was hoping for an Instacart in Chehalis, but they all went away before I got close. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. It was $36.50, and it put me in the zone. So yeah, I was pretty happy about that order. I was surprised I got tipped that much. I could tell that she wasn't tipping based on DoorDash's suggested tip because it would have been lower. She tipped $10 on one and $20 on another, and then the base pay was $6.50, and it showed all of it. There wasn't any hidden tips, but yeah, it's right there. So yeah, no hidden tips or anything. It was just that amount. Anyway, so I saw this order that's just complete trash. $8.05 for 22 miles. But this is the kind of orders you see when your acceptance is as low as mine on Uber Eats. I have like a 2% acceptance rate, maybe a 3%. I'm actually planning on doing a video coming up where I go ahead and show off the orders you get when you get to 0%. So I'm attempting to get to 0%, but I'm not going to decline anything that's super good because I don't want to like miss out on a really good order. Because sometimes it does happen, even with a low acceptance rate. Anyway, so we got this one that came up, $31.98, 12.9 miles, and a 23 item order, kind of going out in the middle of nowhere. But this one was worth it. Pretty good order. I got it at 6:45. Yeah, let's go like that. I got it at 6:45, and we completed it at. Oh yeah, that's stuff that I don't even know if I'll talk about it. If you really want to go back and pause and read through that, you can. But it had to do with the Taco Bell stuff. Anyway, so 8 o'clock. What? I don't even know if this is the right. Yeah, so it took an hour and 15 minutes to finish that one. Really? Can't believe it took that long. Is that the one? Yeah. So, yeah, an hour 15. It was. The reason why it took so long is one, the customer kept messaging me about. That was one. I made a video on it, but she was saying that she tipped me and that I didn't get the tip. So I found out what happened. One, she did tip me, and it did come through. But it was at like 11:57 at night when I finally got the tip, because I did figure out, I found the $5 tip and where it was at, so I did actually get that money. And she checked the other order she thought she tipped on or tried to tip on, and the money never went through on it. So not DoorDash's fault there. I wanted to make sure to clarify that, because I thought DoorDash might have been keeping tips or whatnot. But it's good to know and good clarity that pretty sure they're not actually taking tips, which, you could never know. Their system could be glitching, or they could be keeping tips, but I don't think they are, which is good. I'm glad to know that it was her glitch and not DoorDash's. Well, it could have been DoorDash's. You never know. She could have tried to tip, and then they just refunded it because they were like, this Dash doesn't deserve this amount of money. Anyways, or doesn't deserve extra. Let's hurry up and get through this. I just want to go to bed and get going early tomorrow. Okay, so what the heck is happening? That's the same one. Okay, here's another one that was 5.6 miles, 10.75 for one item. Not great, but technically it's $2 a mile. I do not like to deliver alcohol for less than $15 though, even if it's one item. I really prefer 20 plus though. But my whole reasoning, and I've explained this before, is it can, well, I think anything, even driving, can be dangerous, but you never know. If you deliver to the wrong customer, don't make sure to check the ID correctly, you can get completely kicked off DoorDash, and you can actually get legal action against you. So I think the pay for the consequences that could happen, it's just not enough in my opinion. But I do it because a lot of times you can't get big grocery orders unless you have alcohol in there. Plus, it's a little extra money here and there. I do wish I got paid more for them, but kind of worth it, I guess. I just try to make sure to be extra cautious because you never know. That's a good way to get deactivated if you accidentally screw up on alcohol. Anyway, so we got another. Okay, yeah, it was a $5.50 tip with the base pay of $5.25 on that one. And then the next one was $9 order, 2.1 miles, 3 items. This one was pretty good. Wasn't great, but I'll take it. And this one was 17 miles, or 7.6 miles, my bad, for $17.25. But it's 34 items, and wasn't too happy to get this order, especially when it was later and I wanted to go home soon. But I took it. I did it. I got through it, even though the service in that store is terrible. And yeah, it took me, let's see here, 9:05, and we finished the order at 10 o'clock, so it almost took me a full hour for that. I need to get service that works in that store because there was another Dasher in there, and he just like killed me. He did have a helper though. He had like his girlfriend or wife or something that was helping him. And she just held the cart while he just ran around the store getting everything, and I was actually decently impressed. And he was a decently new shopper, and he was in and out of there faster than me by like 15 minutes. I don't think he had as many items though. I think he only had like maybe 15 items or something. So I gotta give myself some slack. Anyways, and plus, yeah, my service was glitching, so I had to keep having the door open, at least the first one, scan an item, and then get the next one, scan an item. Finally got through it. Anyways, so the next one was 7.5 miles, $8.50, which is going north. I was actually all right on this one, so I was like, all right, that's decent, which was Arby's. They were about to close, but I got the order, and I got there before they did. So we picked that up. Then we got the Taco Bell order, and this is the order that I was so frustrated about. The Taco Bell, she had one right next to where she lives, and it came from the Taco Bell that was 9 miles away, and which was $10.70, which is still all right, especially when I have the other order attached to it on top of it. But then, yeah, the whole sequence of events happened that should have just went through the drive-thru. But I don't know, sometimes, a lot of the times, I'd say more often than not, I'll knock on the door or I'll go to the door. They see my DoorDash bag and they just bring the order right out to me. I don't know. What's your experience on that, guys? Because mine is usually pretty good, except the maybe 1% to 2% chance where they just won't bring it out. Anyways, onward we go. Oh yeah, and I got this customer being like, I have a picture of my order being picked up. What is going on? And this is where, sometimes at the end of the night when I'm exhausted and there's just frustration going on, especially with that, my give a crap just goes away. And I'm like, I told what is going on. The other order took forever. I just finally got it. Sorry, Taco Bell just messed with me. It's a long story, but on the way now, I apologize for your wait. I was trying to be nicer. But they're like, sorry, I didn't read your messages and I'm hungry. I hope my food isn't cold. And I was like, you are lucky to get your food. Just a heads up, RV closes at 11. I do apologize, but I do have your order in the hot bag, and I'll be there shortly. So I got the order dropped off, and it was at 11:10. So how long did that take me? That was 11:10, and I got his order initially at 10:18. It almost took an hour. I'm thinking I might get a contract violation because of that crap. I should have just dropped it immediately. It did take a while for Arby's also, so I got to give myself some slack. But ended the day, well, ended that dash at 172.98. It was a $4.50 tip, $4 there. Oh, that was right. There was another order. There was another order that I didn't get it on here. It was the last order, and that was I don't think maybe I got it on there, but it was $10.70. And then I got banned from Taco Bell. As you can see here, there is no Taco Bell. It just says some numbers. You know, these ones show where the locations are, like Dollar General, Safeway, and the top one just says CCC000. It just says the store, or it doesn't actually say Taco Bell like it should. Which, in my experience, that means you're banned from the store if they don't show the Taco Bell and whatnot. Oh my gosh, I just realized the audio is turned way down on this. Hopefully I can figure out how to normalize the audio, because I'm done with the video. 20 minutes later, took forever again. But I got through day 4. And on to day 5, our acceptance. I don't have it here. Let me see here. We pull her up. We got. Oh my gosh! I should have just done this on my car. It makes it more difficult when I do this. Acceptance rate of 89, completion 99, on time or early 93%. Customer rating is still 5 stars. I can't believe I still have 5 stars, but sometimes they take a while to actually give a bad rating. But yeah, I'm still good, at least for now. Still 5 stars. And yeah, my acceptance rate is, as you can see, 89% now. I earned a whole 1% from all those orders. But it should be easy sailing from here. All the rest of the orders should be adding up to my percentage. So I'm pretty dang sure that I finally hit that point where every order from now on will be getting me up there. Because that's usually about how many days it takes. It is about 4 or 5, unless I'm really pushing hard. And I haven't been pushing as hard as I should. I've still been pushing pretty hard, but oh my gosh, I've just been so tired lately. I don't even understand why. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that I need to figure, I think maybe I need to be exercising more or doing something, using my sleep apnea machine. That's probably it. I know my sleep apnea is pretty dang bad. Anyways, that's it for this video. Sorry for making it so boring. I just want to go to bed. Oh my gosh. Next time, I hope everything turns out better. Bye for now, guys. Maybe eventually we'll edit occasionally. I don't know. I might just post it like this, but I really want the vocals up higher. I can't even believe it. I didn't check my freaking mic. Am I even on the right mic? I really hope. Yes, I got the HyperX. This mic. Got this one on. Anyways, bye for now, guys. I'm done. That's it. Oh wait, I didn't show. Oh yeah, I made like $203 after everything. I'm pretty sure. I guess we'll check just to be sure. Oh, I didn't show that either. I'll just show that. So that is what I've made for the 4-day challenge of accepting everything. 669.53. Active time is 24 hours, and the dash time is 31 hours. That's a big gap. Holy crap. And I deleted 55 deliveries in that amount of time. That's kind of crazy. No, 1, 2, yeah. In that amount of time, I deleted 55 deliveries. I think that is pretty good. Kind of. And I also got a reimbursement. Okay. And then for that day, let's see here. Yeah, see, it was like 203, as you can see the 2 from August 18th. Anyways, bye guys.